Oh, that's right.
All
That's
right.
right. Hey.
Where's my timer? Resume. Okay. Is it going? All right.
We are live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our show. I am Digna Caruso, and I have. Hold on. That's why I looked at you. And I have.
Sorry, hey guys.
And we are
The Social Saga.
Yay!
Sorry guys, I got distracted. I was showing Marc Harvey how to do a watch party.
So,
Yeah.
guys, we have an amazing episode for you guys, but right here is Celebrity to the Stars, CEO. I mean, he is world traveler. I mean, what is he not? So, guys, I love for you guys to give a round of applause and welcome in Marc Harvey.
Marc Harvey.
Hey,
Here
y'all.
we go.
Hey, everyone. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I know that you're super busy. Like, you're
I
literally going to
know.
have to, like, run out of here because you have an appointment. So, thank you so much for opening up your schedule and meeting with
No
us.
problem. Thank you guys so much.
I want to start. It's like you are everywhere. You have done makeup with big people. L'Oreal is a huge one.
Yeah.
Bobbi Brown. Okay, I love Bobbi Brown. When I started wearing makeup, like I scrounged up some money, and that was the
Really?
first brand that I
Yeah.
invested in. You
Yeah.
know.
And let's talk about some of the famous
Celebrities.
celebrities. Ooh, Susan Lucci. Who doesn't know the
Yes.
reigning queen of daytime?
I know, right?
Exactly.
She's so sweet.
And we
I've
all
been very
know
blessed.
Tamara Braxton.
Exactly. Maria Menounos, the
Yes,
Greek
super
queen.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
So beautiful.
Nia
Ooh.
Peoples.
Yes.
Vivica A. Fox.
Yo.
And the Bella twins, just to name a
Yes.
few.
Yeah,
How about the
Yolanda
beautiful
Adams, my friend,
Chanel
and
Enman.
a celebrity client of mine too,
How does
Yolanda.
it feel?
Yeah.
How does it feel to do celebrities' makeup?
You know, I love the artistic, part of it, but I really love getting a chance to meet people in general. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity. It doesn't matter if you're an everyday person. I love the opportunity to, it's my craft, and I love doing it. So it for me, it's not like, oh my God, there's such a celebrity. It's like,
Do you
you know
ever
what I
get
mean?
starstruck?
I don't get starstruck because I know that what they do enriches people's lives
Mhm.
artistically, and I know what I do enriches people's lives. You know what I mean? So it's just we're giving back to each other, and I make amazing friendships, amazing connections with people, and so for me, it's just always been I just love what I do.
And
I love what I do.
And you've been in the industry 13 years, is that correct?
Yes.
So, I
Going on
mean,
14.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's a
Thank you.
milestone.
So,
Thank you.
I mean, the level of success that you have attained, I mean, you're a CEO, you're a celebrity artist, you're known around the world, you've taught classes. I mean,
do.
it's kind of happened kind of fast. 13 years is not that long, but it's also not that short.
Right.
Mhm.
My focus when I got into the industry really was never to be I want to work with celebrities. I just love doing makeup and I love creating. That really is my thing, is I love creating and I love training. So that is more of my passion than like, ooh, who's my next celebrity that I'm going to do? You know what I mean? I really love creating products. I love working with people that are as passionate as myself with training. And I still love learning. So, I still go to seminars. I still have mentors. I still work, so it's just, it's a constant kind of giving back and receiving in this industry.
There is a book that I like to quote a lot, and it's Russell Simmons, and the book is called Super Rich, and it doesn't talk about like actually wealth, like money, but it talks about if you have your craft and you know that you love it and you know that you're good at it, you put it out there. Like, you don't need the money, like you don't need the clients,
That's
and the
it.
clients will just come to you.
Hello.
And I like that.
Amen.
Has always resonated with
That's
me, and
it.
I think that that's what it is with you.
That's exactly, you hit the nail on the head. That's what it is. You
Absolutely.
just do your thing and everything it'll come to you.
So
you
Russell
know?
Simmons, I've been giving you shout outs.
That's a great,
It's a great
wonderful.
book.
And
Yes.
let's I don't want to name drop, but let's talk about a little bit of the big names that you've worked with. I know you've worked with Inside
Yes.
Edition.
Yes.
So
Oh my goodness. It seems like I've American Idol, Project Runway, their after shows,
Yes.
when the, Chloe Dow, certain ones that have won, again, I think it's just being in an industry where people love what they do. And I think when people see that about you, I think that's what makes them say, oh yeah, I want to work with this person. You know, not even so much that, oh my God, they do makeup the best. You know, I know artists that are, you know, what I consider way better than me. But I think, again, it's about the relationships that you make, and they see kind of the inertia of your career and what you're doing in your career. And then that makes a connection. They're like, okay, I want to work with this person because I see this person is doing things that are beyond maybe just makeup, you know? So, yeah.
Maybe because you're fabulous.
These are crazy.
Well, I also wanted to ask you about, we touched on a subject, what was it, last month when we did the campaign for the Red production, and there wasn't a lot of African-American makeup artists 13 years ago.
Sure.
So what were some of the challenges,
you know,
that you,
for me, it was not that it wasn't so many, it was that we weren't being hired. We just weren't being hired. I mean, and that still is an issue in the industry. From us not being picked first for jobs, not having the proper representation as an artist, and also, of course, on the other side of it is not having products, you know, not having Black girl colors. You know, it's now becoming this big surge that finally brands are catching on that, I think we need to add some more shades.
Different shades.
Yeah, I mean, hello. And that's always been my thing is working with brands, whether it's brands that I've worked with as a artist for, and then being like, hey, this is not this doesn't work for me. I'm the artist and I'm trying to sell something to everyone, you know, and you only have products for a certain demographic. So, you know, I've enjoyed being a makeup artist, but I've also enjoyed working in research and development and being on that creative side.
And that's what I want to touch
products
on with you, because I know that you have a makeup line.
I do.
You have a skincare line and a shimmer line. So I want you to talk to us a little bit about that.
Awesome. So I call myself the complexion expert.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
Because both of the other brands that I've worked for, I worked on their research and development side, assisting them in creating not only a full line, but especially working with their darker shades, their darker skin tones.
Now, where did you do all of this? Like, was this out of Houston?
So no. So first I worked with Luminous Air as their global director. And what that meant was me basically turning that brand that was, for all intents and purposes, just like an infomercial brand, into a viable, this is a kind of a luxury line that all women should be using because, you know, women can airbrush every day. The only downside of that was that I was able to sell it like that, but it didn't have the products that could accommodate all skin tones. So that was my first kind of delve into research and development and saying, hey, we need to add at least 3 more Black girl colors. I mean, come on, you can't have just 2 darker shades. Sorry.
And you know, I'm not dark complected by any means, but I am Hispanic, so I have a lot of olive tones in my skin. And sometimes it's hard to find a color that is more natural to my natural skin color. It's either too light or it's too dark.
Well, I remember what I used to experience is that like you would find a shade and then it's like, but then it would like oxidize and it was the pink.
Exactly.
You know? And they didn't
just
separate
the wrong
olives.
pigments.
Yeah,
just the pigment. Yeah. And that is a science. There is a color science to that, to creating, you know, the perfect balance, you know. So that is what I found I had a niche for from having a background in art and painting and drawing and sketching and working with pastels and oils and things like that. I was like, hey, I know all this. I know I know how to actually like blend colors so that, you know, it
Well, and you
It can
know,
match
having the right
different skin tones.
foundation makes a world of difference
It
to
does.
everything.
It does. Absolutely. That's why it's called foundation.
Exactly. I'm just
Because,
thinking about some of the most beautiful people that walk the runway. Lupita, you know, she has the darkest
And she's
skin.
stunning.
Yes.
And I mean, the girl can do
My friend
that.
is her makeup artist.
And you know, it's like,
hey
would
Nick,
you imagine?
hey Nick. Well, he's my social media friend,
Yeah.
but I would like to think we're friends. He's so hilarious. You should follow him on social media.
Yeah.
He is
What is
probably
his name?
Nick Barros.
Okay.
He is so. I want to say I got that right. I gave him if I give somebody a shout out, I guess I should get their last name right.
Tomatoes.
But right, let me tell you, he's freaking hilarious, and his social media is hilarious, and they always do write-ups about him because he just creates the most amazing, narrative. You know, he just creates an amazing face, and then he talks about what he created. But he's Lupita's makeup artist, and yes, you're right. It's like,
could you imagine?
15 years ago, there was no color for Lupita unless you were a professional makeup artist and you knew what to do for that dark skin. You know,
So crazy.
but just her going into the store trying to find a color would be
it's
a nightmare
overwhelming.
for her.
It's overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
I go in there
So,
and I want to try something new, and I'm standing there, and then I know someone will ask me, "Do you need some help?" And I'm embarrassed to say yes. I'm just standing there like, "What do I do?" I don't know.
It's crazy. So it's a great thing that we've gotten this far. You know, with this big influx of I give credit to the social media influencers, the makeup influencers that have really helped the industry. It really has, because you have everyone of every skin tone, every shade, every ethnicity on social media, and so you have to find. I mean, I'm sure brands were like, okay, scrambling. Some of them were, to come out with something to accommodate all of them.
Yeah.
Some brands did it right. Some brands failed.
Yeah.
Actually, so Rihanna, of course, did it right.
That's what I was going to say.
Rihanna did it right.
Because I know Benefit got so much flack
for not doing it right.
I mean, Black Twitter will come after
they
you.
will come after you for having 3.5 shades in your line. I mean, sorry.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. So after that, I went and created a brand called Element 2, which was also at the core was airbrush, but still at that time there were other brands that had some good black girl colors. I say black girl colors because black girl magic, black girl rocks. Okay.
I know.
And people are like, why is he saying black girl colors? Because black girl magic. There were some, but I always kind of got the same feedback about some other lines, or like, oh, it oxidizes, or it turns ashy, or it's airbrush, and so or it made artists that tried to work with it uncomfortable with working with black girls because it never turned out right? So I would like to say that I created a line that made artists more comfortable with working with darker skin. So I get that I literally get it all the time. I get it in my inbox all the time, whether it's Element 2, which I created that in Taiwan. It's a Taiwanese based brand.
Okay.
So I went to Taiwan, met with with that team. It was a private label company that had been doing private label for many years, 30 years, and they wanted to create a brand. They wanted to get into the market, instead of giving products to someone else.
What an honor.
Yeah, it was great. No, it was
fantastic.
great. It was really great. And they're doing really well right now. So they're doing really well. So it's a pro brand, so it's not really for the consumer. So I said, okay, let me try this one more time and create something for the everyday woman.
Now, for the viewers that don't know what a normal brand and a pro brand is, what is the difference?
So a pro brand is a cosmetic line that's really catered to professional makeup artists to use for television, film, their clients,
which
whoever.
That you don't need for regular day.
Right. And
thicker, right?
Right. And well, it's marketed differently, right? Okay. It's branded completely different. You're not going to see on their website, you're not going to see a lot of everyday girls on their website because they're not marketing it to them.
Right.
They're marketing it to the professional makeup artists. So, so I was like, okay, I want to create something for both. I want my professional artists to say, oh my God, I love this product. And my everyday women to be like, oh my God, where has this been all my life?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So MHB Cosmetics launched it 4 years ago.
Wow. Where can they find this?
MarcHarveyBeauty.com.
Guys.
And it's
ladies.
Mark with a C. Boop. Or MHB Cosmetics. It will Marc Harvey Beauty Cosmetics, MHB Cosmetics. So both will forward you to the website.
And we're gonna link it there. I think it should be linked already.
And you have all shades, even.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Shades.
So don't feel left out, guys. Ladies.
All shades.
It's
yes.
all shades.
Yes. And I mean, let me just say, I mean, not to throw shade, but I had some really, really dark shades before some of these other brands that are just now doing it in 2018, 2019. Yeah. So yeah.
And honestly, we're not just talking about African American women. We're talking about
Sure.
Latina women,
Indian,
Middle Eastern. Yeah,
Middle Eastern,
I mean,
that
it's
really
like
dark olive.
even there's
Yeah.
Colombian, Cubans. There's
Yeah.
another national Dominican that are also
That
dark skin.
absolutely. And it's all about like, you know, their undertones and if they need bronzers and I have all of that. So yeah, and I have different kits that you can get and customize your look. So yeah,
so
it's pretty awesome.
once we have perfected the makeup line, when did you decide to go into skincare?
So I wanted to do skincare because I thought, you know, at the end of the day, not every woman is going to say, hey, I want to airbrush every day. Or I want to airbrush every morning. Even though I do.
Well, he looks flawless.
You know,
just
even though it is something now that you can, just based on the science that I put into creating this formula, and anybody out there that uses MHB Cosmetics and uses the exclusive airline, you know.
And he does look this flawless. He's like right here.
The brand,
fair.
you look crazy. The formula is absolutely amazing. It's an organic formula. It's antimicrobial. It has antioxidants.
We like that.
It's amazing for the skin. It actually makes your skin look better as time goes on, as you use it. Because it does have your witch hazel, it does have your orange blossom, your neroli, it does have your grapeseed oil. It has all of those anti-inflammatory products that are really good for your skin. So it's an amazing, amazing airbrush product that you can use daily. But I said, you know what?
These things here.
They're not going to use it every day. I want to now cater to a demographic that likes to focus on skincare. So that was the impetus
let's
behind
talk about these cute little things
What's
we
the
have
point
here.
in amazing makeup if you don't have
the right skin? Exactly.
Absolutely.
So this will be launching next week. This is the first. I love saying the world's first. You guys are getting
on the social soda.
On the social soda. You guys are getting the first teaser to the world's first 24 karat oxygen facial system. So there was a facial product. I'm not going to say the name. There was a facial product that came out like maybe 3 or 4 years ago where you like did this like thing and then you mixed it and then you put it on your face and then it dried and made your face look all crazy. And that was like a big, huge craze or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so men are really wanting to do facials now. And I'm like, you know what? I need to cater to everyone.
Yes.
I need to create something that has never been out there before that people are really going to really love. I mean, hello, you can't get any better than gold, honey.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
You can't get any better than gold. Mariah,
mean-
if you're watching, honey, I got some gold
Come
for
get
you.
you
I got some bling bling for you, Mariah.
I love it. And I'm gonna tell you what, when we first met, he's like, honey, you need a facial.
Oh my God. You know what? That's why I don't have any friends, y'all. I ain't gonna give much lie.
You know what?
I didn't say it in a mean way.
No,
I was just like,
no.
hey, come in. I offered you. I said, come in.
And it cracked me up because you know what? It is so true. The importance of skincare because, like you said, if you don't have the right foundation, everything else you put on top of that,
it doesn't matter.
Not going to look
Yes. So,
and I do tell people you told me that.
oh my God. You know what? But hold on, let me tell you
love
something.
it,
I'm gonna tell you guys a little anecdote, a little story. I got a message from a friend of mine. It's been 3 years now. Well, he wasn't even a friend. He was someone who had come into the agency. I used to be a director at a modeling agency, and he came into the agency and he was like so good looking, but he needs to get his body together. And that's what I was there for. I wasn't there to be like, hey, you're so good looking. We're gonna take some money from you and then we're gonna make you become a big star. No, I said, hey, you need to get your body together and come back and see us. And he remembered that. And guess what?
He got his body together.
2 years later, he's a GQ Esquire.
Hey, there you go.
So I am not telling people think to be mean.
No,
I'm just saying I would want you to tell me too.
Not at
Like
all.
right now, I got something happening right here, but I bet you by summer it's gonna be just right.
And not by any means was I offended. It actually made me laugh. I was like, look, it feels like we've been friends forever.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Thank you. That's what I
It
wanted
did.
to be.
It did. Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, we were taking selfies
Yes,
and just
thank
having
you.
some wine.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I didn't mean anything.
No.
Honestly,
So-
Mark, the packaging on
Thank
this
you.
is
Beautiful.
Thank
so
you.
beautiful.
So let me show you guys. This
Yeah.
is your oxygen infusion
Okay.
tool. So you do two things with this. So you can you do your mask with it, your skincare, and your foundation.
What?
So you have two separate pods that you can use that sits on top of here. And once a week, twice a week, you do your mask. Oh, LED light. Once a week or twice a week, you do your mask with this. And what you do is you do your mask and then
That's
you
good.
dry it with this as well. And it's oxygenating the whole time. So you have your colloidal gold and your 24 karat gold in your mask.
That's fancy.
Yeah, so you got gold in that mask. You have microalgae in that mask. You have chicory root, which helps to tighten the skin in that mask. You have vitamin C, vitamin B12, vitamin B5.
And we
It
need
is
that.
the most amazing mask. We just did one on a client. And immediately, if you have inflammation, because that's what gold is, it helps. It helps to fight free radicals.
And I think most
So-
people can relate to the
The
hyaluronic
hyaluronic,
acid.
yes,
because
it's a hyaluronic based,
Yeah.
yes. So it's a pretty amazing system. If you're into your skin and you want something that you know is going to work for sure, just based on the sheer, just knowing the ingredients.
The
I know.
gorgeousness.
The gold comes out. You see the
Oh
gold.
my gosh. Let me see
Yeah.
if I
Here,
can.
you can do a pump. You can do more so that people can
Ooh,
see.
that feels
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That feels so luxurious.
So you see the gold
so
particles.
creamy.
I
and
want
when
to do a photo shoot
I
with
know.
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
The gold particles come out on your face. You let the
it's
hyaluronic and all of that dry into your skin, and then what you're left with, you can.
Sorry,
what
we're
you're left
such
with is just the gold particles on your face, and then you can massage it in, or you can rinse. I like to rinse mine with cold water because it locks it in and
Closes
tightens
the
the pores.
pores, right?
Yes. So it just depends on what you want to do. Yeah.
And what is this we have here? We didn't touch on this.
Oh, so this is just a little gift that I'm going to be giving you guys today.
Oh.
This is really great for everyone that is just looking for something, especially with spring, with spring here and summer, and with the environment like it is. Houston's kind of nasty. It has all the smog, and those are all free radicals that can make us break out and just nastiness.
We are well aware of that.
Yes. And so this is antioxidant rescue. So this is a rose water based toner or spray. Hydrating mist is what it's called. Hydrating mist.
That.
Yeah, it's a hydrating mist that you can keep in your car. You can use it daily. You can use it after you wash. You can use it as a refreshing. You can use it whenever.
Ooh,
But
ladies,
isn't it
and
pretty?
that is pretty.
It's so pretty. So it has rose hips, which is the flower. I'm sorry, no, which is the flower part of the rose, and then actual rose water concentrate, which is the petal part of the rose.
I love roses.
So yes, and it smells amazing.
I get like red spots here in rose water. Oh yes.
Doesn't that
Oh
smell?
my god, that smells incredible.
Oh, it smells so
It smells like
good.
an English garden.
It does. It smells like a
Oh my
garden.
gosh.
It does.
It
does.
does.
It is probably my top seller. I have this size. This is like your travel size, and I have a 4 ounce, and I cannot keep it online. I cannot keep this online. And when you
get one.
I know, and you're gonna get one.
And you know, you were talking about that little machine there. Look, it's got the two little.
It has your 2 pods. Yeah.
yes.
So when you set it on your counter, you just have you have one for your skincare and you have one for your foundation.
And you have 2 separate attachments,
You
so
have
that
2
does not get dirty.
So it doesn't mix. It doesn't mix.
Cross-contaminate
That's
or
right.
anything like that.
Well, it would never cross-contaminate because you are never touching your face or your fingers with it.
Exactly.
But just so that you don't get your foundation mixed with your
Exactly.
skincare. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have 2
Yeah.
instead of 1.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, awesome. Now, guys, I know that we're running really low on time, but I do want to say you are a part of the Red Production.
You're
Bam.
one of the big sponsors.
One of the big sponsors.
I love it.
Tell us why you decided to.
Just when I was watching the documentary the other day. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I just want to say that 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, or 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, there was not treatment for men and women living with AIDS. And you think to yourself, thank God, sometimes that I wasn't, living 20 years ago or 30 years ago. But then you're also like, thank God for the ones that were living back there, that fought for the opportunity for us to
Absolutely.
be as far as we are, or to get as far as we are with treatment.
Well,
It didn't come without a fight.
No,
they
no.
didn't just say, "Oh, we're going to now
The
treat
80s
everybody."
were very dark
No,
times.
it was a dark time, and we had to fight. Gay men, women, lesbian women had to fight for the government to even do anything. So if it wasn't for them, we would not be as far as we are today. So yeah, it is an honor to be able to be part of the Red Production and getting awareness out
Yes,
there.
And
Yeah.
you
Right
are
away.
going to be there May 24th.
I know, I will. I'm excited.
So guys, if you want to meet Marc Harvey,
And you are going to be doing the makeup for the model.
Yes.
So you are going to know those faces are going to be beat.
yes.
Might have a little gold, have some little
So,
24 karat gold on them.
Exactly. Oh, that would be good.
So,
that
guys-
would be good.
Oh,
yeah.
God, that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
nice.
That'd be really sexy.
So we're going to link on our bio, the link for the Eventbrite. Get your tickets. We still have,
Yes.
I think VIP is almost sold out.
It's almost sold out, but
I
we
think
still
there's only
have
a
general
few.
admission.
Mhm.
So guys, don't wait. I mean, VIP is only $50. You're gonna get drinks. You're gonna get food. So
You're going to meet
it's
the
gonna be
lovely
awesome.
Mr.
It's gonna be
Harvey
awesome.
and us girls, because we're going to be out
we're gonna
there.
be
You
there.
guys.
So last thing that I wanted to ask you, and then I'll let you go. For males and females and young makeup artists and older makeup artists,
Yes,
what
yes,
do you
yes.
say to them? What is a piece of advice that you would tell them?
Stay passionate. If this is for you, if this is what you want to do, keep finding new ways to evolve, keep finding new ways to reinvent yourself, because when you are an entrepreneur or when you're, doing things creative,
Mhm.
where you feel like, oh my God, sometimes I just want a job. Just give me a job where I get paid. Give me some benefits. You can get discouraged. You can get discouraged.
You're
So
saying stay passionate. How do you filter when you're feeling down, when you're feeling discouraged?
you have to know that. Oh, and you know what? The only person that can get you out of that is you.
Mhm.
You are your best cheerleader. You have to say,
That
you know
you
what?
are.
This is for me, and if it's for me, if whoever your higher power is, Jesus, Buddha, meditation, whatever, if it's for you, then it's going to happen.
And I asked that because
No one else can
every
validate
day-
you.
so
Social
every-
media can't validate you.
Exactly.
Instagram can't validate you. Okay.
Not even your parents, because they're mean sometimes.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
That's
they-
right.
sometimes.
Let me tell you.
I know my mom.
Absolutely.
My mom always tells me, "You need to get a real job."
Yeah.
But
I'm like,
you know what?
I have a job.
But you know what? They're our biggest
I still
supporters
get that.
because they will talk smack about us to our face, but will talk
But-
highly of us behind our
That's
backs.
right. That's
So
right.
thank you, parents, for that.
Yes.
Thank you.
They're just, parents always just want
Mhm.
better for us than what they had, and so they think by sometimes giving us that, I don't know,
That
tough
tough
love, that is going to make us change something, and it's like, no, this is what I want, So yeah. Stay
So
passionate,
just
stay and focused. Stay
believe in
passionate and focused,
yourself.
and believe in yourself. Yeah.
And if you're
absolutely.
having a bad day, find inspiration.
Find inspiration. Again, only you can get yourself out of that funk. This is a totally another web podcast, but I've dealt with severe anxiety most of my life. Of course, a person that has ever met me would never know, but I've dealt with it. I know how to manage it now since I was a child. So it is something that a person can overcome, whether it's anxiety, depression, just being in a funk. not feeling that you are achieving your goals.
Well,
you know,
anxiety takes over you.
It does. It does. Just, and also know, you know, get off of social media. Get off of social media looking at other people, right? You be on your own timetable. Don't look at someone else's, you know, accomplishments and say, oh man, I should be doing that, or look at where they are. No, you will achieve your, you know, or reach your maximum potential when it's time, you know, so.
That is so true.
And guys, just real quick, we ran out of time. I'm going to use your phone just to say a quick little highs to everyone. Sandria
Hey,
Johnson,
everyone.
hi baby girl from Las Vegas. Boy,
of
love you,
course.
baby.
Hashtag the reproduction.
Hashtag the reproduction.
Biani.
Biani.
We love you.
Sean Anthony Connell.
Hey, Sean Anthony, what's going on, buddy?
Jade. Very nice. So guys, thank you so much
Laura.
for tuning
Thanks so
in,
much.
Laura.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
And you will put the
Yes.
URLs.
Yes.
If you guys,
Everything's-
ladies, guys, I have the skincare is for everyone. It's organic, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free, paraben-free. It's an amazing product for everyone.
Amazing.
So guys, thank you so
Yes.
much for tuning in, and we will catch
Yeah.
you later.
Yes.
Mwah.
Bye, guys.
And yeah, that was good.
That was good.
We
That was
packed-
fun.
We packed a lot of information.